It's introduction to project management. What do you mean by a project? And there are several definitions of project. So I'm going a little fast because I've done this already. This is just to refresh you, right? A set of people and other resources temporarily assembled to reach a specified objective, normally with a fixed budget and a fixed time period. Projects are generally associated with projects, products, procedures that are being done for the first time. And I mean, those are long definitions. The long definitions. What I have asked you to do is the first day, what I have asked you to do was to mark the common elements in this, right? So, as I can remember, you mark the common elements of this. Common elements were just temporary, with a beginning and end, temporary. The other thing is to reach a specified objective, meet established goals, unique product or service. Right? Those are the things that are common. Those are the things that are common. Right? Those are the three things that are common. It's temporary, all the definitions. The project should be temporary. Right? It should produce a unique product, reaches the objective at its end. Those are the three objectives, three features. As I told you the other day, running a business or running a hardware shop is not a project. It's continuous. There's no specific start, there's no specific end. For a project, there should be a specific start and specific end. Specific start and specific end. That's what you mean by temporary. It requires a unique product. Should be unique. The objective should be measurable. That's why in your projects as well, we check for these objectives. Right? They should be measurable. So whether you have done your project or not should be able to be measured by checking whether the objectives, specified objectives are achieved. Your final year project, your work-based project, everything bases on this. These are the three key features that are required for something to be a project. Right? For something to be a project. These are some examples. Designing and constructing a building. We check whether these are projects. There are three things. Remember, temporary, associates with unique product, and the other thing is should reach the objective by its end. Those are the three characteristics. Designing and constructing a building. Let's say this one. Is it temporary? Yes. We don't construct houses indefinitely. So one is okay. Two, is it a unique product? So this building, so two is okay. Reaches its objective by the end. So the objectives have to be defined properly. Right? That's what we call scope statement. Maybe it's mentioned in the BOQ or something. It's there. Restructuring a company. If somebody is assigned to restructure a company, If a consultant is appointed to restructure a company, they are given a task to do it within a specified time frame. So one is okay. Two, it's this company. Three, objective here is restructuring the company. So it's also okay. Right? You can go through the other last one, preparing. Is it a temporary? Yes, there's a deadline. Is it a unique product? That's what I'm checking with this plagiarism and all. Because otherwise you're not achieving your project objectives. Right? And third, the objective that's preparing the coursework for that particular case is okay. Right? So these three things here should be satisfied for something to be a project. So running a hardware store is not a project. Running a business is not a project. So that is something that those are things that we often misguide ourselves, mislead ourselves like, okay, this is a project, this is not, right? Running a hardware store, we assume that to be a project, but it is not. So what you're going to discuss here throughout this module is project management related stuff. That's for projects. Projects means we have to satisfy these three things. Right? Okay. You can read this. Yes, we have done anyway, but you can read this and let me know whether this is a project. A cell phone company is interested in manufacturing a special cell phone case for their newest model. The cell phone is a part of promotion to sell the phone that begins 4 months from today. Only 1,200, that's 1,200 of these special cases will be manufactured for distributed during product promotion. After the promotion, no further cases will be manufactured or distributed. Right? How do we check whether this is a project? Is it temporary? Is it associated with a unique product? Third one, does it reach objectives at the end? Are they measurable? First one, is this temporary? Yes. Why? Why? Only 1,200 cases. Okay. Only 1,200 cases. Thereafter, after promotion, no further cases will be manufactured or distributed. Right? And there's a specific time, 4 months. From today, you have 4 months to develop that case. Is it a unique product? Is it a unique product? A special cell phone case for their newest model. It is unique. Right? It is unique. Third one, does it reach? Can the objectives be measured? Only 1,200, selling those out 1,200 is the objective, right? Designing those 1,200 is the objective. So if you do that, that objective can be measured. Okay. So this is a project. This is a project because it satisfies all these three cases. Satisfies all these three cases. The next example. The cell phone company has so much success with their promotion of cell phone cases And the customer demand has convinced them to integrate those cases as a part of their regular product offering. It now will be manufactured with the other cases that are offered. The cases will be manufactured until the customer demand of the phone drops. So I'm writing down the same three cases that we need to check. See, temporary, then does it associate with a unique product? Are the objectives measurable? First one, is this temporary? It's not temporary because the cases will be manufactured until the customer demand drops. It's not temporary. Is it a unique product? No. Why? Integrates to their regular offering. Right? Are the objectives measurable? There are no objectives to be measured. Selling everything, that's not an objective. So none of these things are satisfied. So this is not a project. So this is not a project. So the way that we check whether something is a project or not is by answering these three questions. Is it a temporary thing? Is it developing a unique product or service? Are the objectives measurable? Can we say that the objectives are achieved by the end of the project? Right? Okay. And there are several terminology that we need to identify in terms of projects, right? These are for projects. These are for projects. Progressive elaboration. Progressive elaboration is something like we can find the objectives when the project goes on. We can fine tune the objectives, right? Let's say we are designing and constructing a building. Initially, we design the layout and everything. When the project goes on, we go for the floor levels, whether it is tiled or not. So it's fine tuning. Which word is not clear? Progressive elaboration. This is for projects, huh? Project is, this is fine tuning the project. Fine tuning. Right? Fine tuning. Focusing. Or maybe focusing. This is when the project is going on. When the project is moving forward. When the project is moving forward, we can tell, okay, you're fine tuning. Let's say if we select one of your projects, let's say Priyashan's project, I think that reach over the main door. When the project goes on, we may be able to discuss and determine with the results that you have at the moment. Right? We may be able to fine tune it at present. Okay, this is fine tuning, focusing to get a better product. And there's another thing, scope creep. Scope creep is change in the objective. Or creeping, like totally removing something, totally doing something totally opposite to what we have originally defined. Let's say we have started with a building of 4 stories. Maybe you go for 2 stories with a larger space later. So that's scope creep. That's not pointing on the existing objective, that's changing the objective. Right? Maybe due to a research finding, you may be sometimes inclined to change the objectives. That is corporate. Generally, this is not a good practice. Progressive elaboration is good. This is a good practice. This is generally not good. But there are some cases where you might have to go for that. Okay. So that is the difference between those two words, progressive elaboration and scope creep. And there are some other words, projects and operational work. Operational works are the opposite to projects. Right? Projects were temporary, unique, reaches objectives at the end. This is the total opposite. Here, operations are ongoing, not temporary. It's total opposite. Check this and this. Total opposite. This is a unique. This is repetitive. It's not unique. Right? You're not defining or designing or constructing anything like that. It's not unique. And here, meant to sustain business. Here, there's an end. So running a hardware stores is an operational work. Designing and constructing a house, that's a project. Right? So operational works are totally opposite to project work. Totally opposite. Either it's project or operational. Operational works are generally repetitive. It's meant to sustain running a shop like that. So what is project management? That is what we're going to discuss. Right? This is the accepted way the accepted definition. The application of knowledge, skills, and tools and techniques to meet or exceed the stakeholder needs. So there are stakeholders. Who that is, that we will discuss in a while. Who are stakeholders? Anybody, any party interested in our project is called a stakeholder. Anybody, any party involved in yes, any party involved in our project is called a stakeholder. So we have to meet or exceed their expectations. Otherwise, the project is a failure. And if we construct a road, we need to make sure that the villages are satisfied, the politicians are satisfied, the funding authorities are satisfied. Everybody needs to be, their expectations needs to be met, because otherwise the project is failure. So managing a project, the application of knowledge, skills, tools and techniques to achieve that is what we call the project management. These three things, knowledge, skills, tools and techniques. What this is, we will discuss in a while. To meet or exceed the stakeholder requirements. Generally, these expectations are these three. These are called triple constraints. Triple constraints, yeah. These are called triple constraints. Sometimes people add quality to this as well. Time, cost, and quality. Some people make it scope. So each stakeholder has an expectation in terms of these things. Let's say we are constructing a road, right? There's a time expectation. The villagers expect the road to be ready for traveling by maybe the end of year. First, the governing, the governments, the contractors, the funding authorities, they are worried about the cost. Scope, what type of road it is? Is it a DBSC road or a carpet road, right? Or a typical asphalt road? So that is the scope of the project. There are expectations in terms of and quality, the quality that you are going to implement this project in. So there are these expectations in terms of these. There are time related expectations, cost related expectations, scope related expectations, and quality related expectations. We have to make sure if you're managing a project that these expectations in terms of these are made. Right? So who are stakeholders? Anybody who's interested in our project. Sponsors, the clients, the contractors, project managers, the customers, environmentalists, opponents, protesters, the government authorities, for general public, or politicians. Right? And sometimes you have sponsor, you have World Bank, everybody sometimes are interested in the neighboring person, the communities. There are parties that are anybody who's interested in the project. Any party that is interested in the project. Right? Each of these stakeholders have their expectations, several expectations. So managing the project means satisfying the expectations of these stakeholders. That is the harder part. That is the harder part. Right? And as far as the project management body of knowledge, that is a book that I'm using for this module, there are these 9 knowledge areas. Project integration management, scope management. This is basically a combination of all these. Integration management is a combination of all these. So once you do these things, this is automatically be developed. Scope related knowledge, time, cost, quality, human resources, communication management, risk management, procurement management. So these are the topics to be discussed in the semester. Okay. So what are the tools and techniques that we can use for project management? So what I'm expecting from you, is basically for each of these you have a management plan, integration management plan. Right? We keep that for the time being. Project scope management plan. Right? Time management plan. Cost management plan. So like that, there are 9. Basically, these are these 8. Other than the integration management, there are these 8 management plans that we have to develop in a project. If you are managing a project properly, right? It's the knowledge that you are going to gather. So we will be discussing how to develop the scope management plan, what are things included in that, and for a particular project that you are selected, I'm expecting you to develop the scope management plan or some components in scope management plan, right? Time management plan or some components in time management plan. That is what our expectation is. right? That is why I have grouped you. So I'm expecting a group submission for each of these. So you have to select a project. On the first day you have selected a project. I have changed the groups because there are some people who missed the first class, first class that we had, right? So I have changed the groups again. These 8 plans we need to develop. These 8 plans we need to develop for a particular project. That's the skill that we need to develop. Or plan or some components in the plan. There are difficulties in creating the complete plans at the moment due to the constraints that you're having. So I'm expecting you to gather some knowledge out of this and do these types of plans for a particular project that you're selecting, right? So we will be discussing this project charter, what it is we will discuss. WBS we have already discussed, but we will discuss again. Gantt charts, network analysis, all those things we will have time to discuss. And I'm expecting you to prepare those. This is not an easy task, right? It's not an easy task. We will do throughout the semester. And earlier, in the definition of project management, we have discussed application of knowledge, skills, and tools and techniques. To meet or exceed the stakeholder requirement. This is the definition of project manager. To meet or exceed stakeholder requirements. Okay. So knowledge, there are 9 knowledge areas. Previous slide we have discussed. That is in the previous slide. Right? What stakeholders is, that also we have discussed earlier. Any party interested? Right? Skills, that is what you're going to discuss now. Skills. So suggested skills for a project manager. So this you can do. Right? Normally the project manager should lead by example. This you can think and write. Technically competent. I mean, for me, I personally think that it's not that essential, the technical competency, but project managers, it's better to have. But there are some project managements who don't have any technical knowledge whatsoever, but they're very good in management. Right? They are visionaries, they should have a vision, they should be good communicators, they should be good motivators, right? These are skills. They are decisive, that means they should make decisions. Right? Stand up to the upper management when necessary. And suppose if those are the skills that project manager is supposed to have. Right? They should be able to manage people, manage the higher management, upper management, and the subordinates as well. Right? So tell me the answer for this. Which of the following are not a characteristic of a project? Characteristic. 1, 2, 3, or 4. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Characteristic of project, not 2. Yes. It's a temporary endeavor, obviously performed by people. This is okay. It's not meant to sustain the business. These are called operational work. Or operations. It is meant to sustain the business. Right. The project sponsor says that the project would be developed in increments as the testing results are available. This is an example of, once again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, this is a progressive elaboration. This says the project sponsor says that the project would be developed. So it clearly says that this is a project. So this is not an operational work. And it says the project would be developed. That means they don't mention anything of change in the objective. So you can't be scope 3. Milestone is a totally different thing. It's a progressive elaboration, improving, developing. Right? So this is the correct answer. Right? This is not an operational work because it clearly says that it is a project. Right? Managing a project does not involve once again 1, 2, 3, 4. Meeting stakeholder expectation anyway it involves. So it's not the answer. Right? Establishing clear objectives anyway is there because project is there. Managing project priorities in the sense, once again, stakeholder expectations. Who should we address first? This should definitely be out. Project does not involve support after completion. Project, there's a specific start, there's a specific end. Okay? There should be a specific start, there should be a specific end. So after completion, there's nothing. There's no after completion. So this is the correct answer because it does not involve supporting product after completion. Right? The next one. Read and give me the answer once again. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is something that you have to think a little, James. Now here it says the director of technical department asks for information on progress of the project that you're currently involved in. Right? So there are 2 departments. Marketing and technical. Okay. So you are the person here. All of a sudden, this person asked you, this person asked you something on the project. Right? For 6 months, he was silent. Six months, no involvement. All of a sudden, he asks. Right? The project is 9 months. So you have only 3 months to complete the project. All of a sudden, at the end of 6 months, somebody else asking you some issues. What is the reason for that? It's a matter of managing stakeholders. We'll discuss that further in the relevant section. We need to clearly identify the stakeholders in advance and communicate them what you're going to do. Because otherwise, if somebody needs to change something, initially, the better. Earlier the better, because otherwise when the project has gone on, if somebody wants to change something, it incurs a huge cost. So identification of stakeholders and managing stakeholders is one of the prime duties of a project management, right? So the answer is 3. Right? Once you go to that section, you'll understand better. Identifying stakeholders is one of the first things that we need to do in making a project a success. Right? Okay, that's about it. Right? So that's introduction to project management. We can do another set of slides. We have about, let's see, go through the slides and let me know if you have an issue on this. Okay.